All right, we are going to work on rules for signed numbers. And so our question asks us which expression has a negative value. So we have to look at all four of them, but we have to remember the rules about signed numbers. And so we know that when we're multiplying or dividing, we remember that if we see two positives, then our result is going to be a positive. And if we see two negatives, then we know that we're still going to have a positive. But if we have a negative with a positive, then that gives us a negative. I'm going to zoom out so we can see a little better. All right. And then when we are talking about addition and subtraction, if we are going in the same direction and we're going negative direction, then our answer is still going to be a negative. And if we're both going in the positive direction, then our answer is going to be a positive. And finally, if we are going in two different directions, a positive and a negative, then it is the sign of the larger number. I'm going to highlight this just so that we don't forget these. So this is addition and subtraction, and this is multiplication and division. So when we go back and look at our question that we had, it says negative 12 times negative 8. So what we do is we always do our multiplication, and then we'll do the signs last. So we're going to do 12 times 8, which is 96. And then I'm going to look at the two signs. So this is a negative and a negative. We're multiplying. So that tells me, negative and negative tells me that it's going to be a positive, 96. Okay. And then we look at B. So again, 72 divided by 9 gives me 8. Now I look at the operation. I looked at that before I started. But look at the signs, and I have negative and negative, which gives me a positive. And here we are multiplying. So we're going to multiply 11 times 6, so that gives me 66. And I see I have one positive and one negative. So that means that this is going to be negative. And then finally, I am going to add. And remember that when we add and we have different signs, the sign is going to be taken from the largest number. And so in this case, I have 24 is going to be positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite that question. So I'll have minus 14 plus 24. I am going to say 24 minus 14. And so you'll notice that this was a positive 24, which it's still a positive 24, and we had a negative 14 here. So I've just switched it around so that it makes more sense. And so then our answer should be 10. And so where it asks us which expression has a negative value, then we should only have C as the only one with our negative value. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you like, share, and subscribe to our videos.